Testing, testing. Good evening and welcome to tonight's game at Rebel Park as the Purcellville Cannons are coming to visit the Newmarket Rebels. I'm Hannah Hollingsworth and I'm joined by Mikey Ragone tonight. I'll go ahead and give you guys Purcellville's starting lineup as Colin Porter warms up on the mound for the Rebels. Batting leadoff tonight from Indian Hills Community College is Ethan Acevedo, and he's in center field. Batting second tonight in right field from St. Bonaventure University is Anthony Fernandez. Batting third is Thomas Marsala, and he is the designated hitter from Western Kentucky University. Batting cleanup tonight in left field from the University of Oklahoma is Gerardo Prado. Batting fifth is Mitsuki Kono, and he's at shortstop from Johnson University. Batting sixth is Jackson Michaels at first base from Purdue University, Fort Wayne. Batting seventh tonight is Rowan Putz at second base from Kansas State University. Batting eighth for the Cannons and behind the plate from North Central Texas College is Colson Wood, and rounding out the order for the Cannons, third base from VCU will be Rex Smith. As I mentioned, Colin Porter warming up on the mound for the Rebels, and Ethan Acevedo about to step up to the plate.
This is Colin Porter's first start of the summer. It's been used as a bullpen piece so far. So we'll see how he does getting the rock in inning number 1 here.
First pitch is high on Acevedo. Next pitch, nice pitch in for a strike, 1-1, looked like a fastball. One pitch from Porter, just misses outside. Next pitch misses, roughly the same location. It'll be a 3-1 count as Porter falls behind here on Acevedo. Acevedo will foul that one off.
Walks have never been too big of a problem for Porter. Only giving up 2 base on balls in a start.
And a called strike 3. So Ethan Acevedo will go down looking for out number 1 here in the top of in this entire game, actually. Not even the top of the first. Here's Anthony Fernandez stepping up to the plate.
About as good a start as you can have.
Especially with Acevedo leading the Valley League in hits. First pitch in for a strike.
It's definitely a dangerous leadoff hitter.
Misses for a ball, 1-1.
Fernandez also very dangerous. Batting .325 this summer so far with 3 home runs.
Ball's fouled off. Over on the left-hand side, it'll be a 1-2 count.
Pretty hard hit, and with 2 strikes, you are going to see Castro take some steps back at third base. He was playing on the grass for both Acevedo and Fernandez here. Maybe expecting a bunt, so that's why you see him take a step back.
Another called strike 3. It's Anthony Fernandez looking.
Porter looking mighty comfortable.
Yeah.
Might have to work his way into the starting rotation. No more bullpen appearances for him.
No more bullpen. This is where he belongs. Here's Thomas Marsala now, the designated hitter. First pitch high.
So Castro is one of our new players playing at third base. We'll run through the Rebels lineup in the bottom of the first.
Pitch is inside. I'll set the field for the Rebels for you. Williams, Kelly, Dobkowski from left to right. And from third to first, Castro, Peterson, newcomer, Likas. Porter on the mound, almost behind the plate. That pitch fouled straight back. You know what they say?
Well, what I used to say is that is a tell that the hitter is on it. Has good timing down. But we'll see if that stays true here.
Framed well by almost, but almost made it a strike.
You thought for a second how to work that one in.
I really had to. 3-1 pitch from Porter is low for ball 4. So a 2-out base runner is going to be Thomas Marsala making his way to first, and Gerardo Prado stepping up to the plate.
Field number 13, Prado.
The whole top half of this Cannons lineup has been very productive this summer. Marcelo, who just walked, batting .328. And Prado here is batting .295.
First pitch just missed.
If you're going to strike out anybody, it is Prado. Cleanup hitter with some power. Does have some swing and miss so far this summer.
That ball's fouled off. It'll be 1-1.
Prado has 22 strikeouts in just 15 games. Seems like a lot, but then you can also see he's got 9 walks. He was getting on base at a good amount.
That pitch high. 2 balls, 1 strike on Gerardo Prado. Pitch inside. 3-1. That ball just foul. So foot foul. The third baseline.
Didn't miss fair territory by much, and it was hit pretty hard. It was likely to be trouble for the Rebels defense, especially with a fast runner at first base.
Yeah, would have ran into the corner. Ran? Ball isn't running. Would have rolled into the corner. And full count pitch is hit out into center field. And Logan Kelly will be out there for the F8 and out number 3. Rebels catch a break. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base in the top of the first.
And we'll stay here, as I'll bring us the Rebels lineup. Hannah set the field earlier, but leading off is one of the hottest hitters in the Valley League Baseball League, Jake Henry Williams in left field, batting second, center fielder Logan Kelly, DHing batting third, Matt Murphy, cleanup hitter at third base, John DeCastro, in right field, Mike Dubkowski, at second base, Caleb Newcomer, Rebels shortstop, Brennan Peterson, batting eighth, first baseman, Dan Likas, and batting ninth, catcher, Elian Olmos. And they'll be facing off against Corey Costello, pitcher for Purcellville from JMU.
Corey Costello, a returning player for the Cannons. Purcellville is always one of the teams that has more returners than less.
They have a good organization, good home ballpark. They put on a good show with those Cannons
It
you
is a
mentioned.
show.
Quite the show.
Tonight's watermelon night, if anybody was curious.
Wednesday night, July 9th. We'll be hosting Woodstock, free admission for everyone. Thank you to Hannah Pink Cancers, Dayton, Virginia.
So bring a watermelon and get free entry.
And this has been a question that has been brought up to me a couple times.
Okay.
What is the Rebels organization doing with the watermelons once they collect them? Are they smashing them for entertainment? Are we cutting them up and
Oh, we cut
eating
them out and distribute them
That's
to
what
the
I thought.
fans and to the press box. So I must say, and then we put them in the fridge and you keep them until you run out. So if anybody is available to get here, but you're not here, bring a watermelon. You'll get in free. I don't care how long your drive is. Food Lion, they're $3.99. I was just told. But I would love to just have watermelon for the rest of the season. A little bit greedy for myself, but You gotta do what you gotta do. Here's Jake Henry Williams stepping up to the plate. As Mikey mentioned, one of the hottest hitters. Corey Costello throws a high fastball away.
Yeah, in our point streak stat sheet online, he only has 4 games recorded. In those 4 games, batting .529.
I'll take my odds. Swing and a miss.
Those are better probability odds than you will find in any casino. Over 50%. He's also got a home run. Had a really electrifying past 2 games. We were off for the 4th of July yesterday. Hopefully everybody had a happy holiday.
Curveball misses. 2-1.
Last time we were home, however, Williams took the game really into his own hands. Led to an 8-7 win over the Cardinals, which was in walk-off fashion.
And that one misses. 3-1.
So chance for Williams to do damage here and continue this hot streak he's been on.
Three-one pitch from Corey Costello is outside, so Jake Henry Williams will get on base after drawing a walk to lead off this game. Let me tell you, the Rebels have been pretty unstoppable ever since Jake Henry Williams. If he gets on base, he is making his way around. A little bit of the spark that this Rebels team needed. They're all starting to fall in line now. Here's Logan Kelly.
Absolutely, Hannah. He is the tone setter that you want and that we have needed this summer. And don't call it a win streak, but the Rebels have won their last 2.
Oh, I thought it was last 3.
Well, there's a little controversy.
1-0
that
on
game.
Logan Kelly. I forgot about that game.
I'm not sure how to do accurate reporting in that.
I don't know how
That's
to
it.
either. Keep up on Facebook and Point Streak
Right.
for accurate representations of that one. I forgot about that. And a called strike, 1-1. But we'll go with 3 for now. Just in our favor. Hi, Cradled in the Chains. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Oh, the customer service voice just came out. Been on that grind all day. 1-1 pitch. Hit out softly in the shallow right, and the first baseman drops it. Actually, Jackson Michaels out there. Very tall guy.
And they're going to say it was not a catch. The first baseman's vying for it to be dropped on the transfer, but the umpire is not buying it.
I don't think I'm buying it either.
It was very close.
Nice attempt there by Jackson Michaels, though. 6'9". I'm scared just looking at him.
6'9", with or without the cleats?
I'm gonna have to go with
Either way, fair enough.
because he's never on the baseball field without cleats. That ball's fouled back into the netting. It'll be 1-2.
Kelly with a little bit of a second chance here. That would have been a spectacular play by Michaels if he did come down with it. He'll probably tell you he thought he did come down with it. It was very close.
And next pitch, swung on and missed. Kelly will be out number 1 in the top of the first. Thanks for listening, Nika and Cindy. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. We've already got more interaction than we do some nights, but we love to have something to talk about, especially when things go wrong. Things aren't going wrong yet, so if we ignore you so far, I'm just kidding. We'll try our best. If you have any questions, let us know. Here's Matt Murphy with 1 out, a runner on first. Big swing and a miss.
To our YouTube chat, we would never intentionally ignore you, but let us know if there are any problems that you experience while watching. Last broadcast, we had some buffering issues.
And that ball is hit in the air into shallow center field. Neon sleeve for Ethan Acevedo. And I like it. The long F8 for out number 2. And here's Gian DeCastro. I'll set the field real quick as well. For the Cannons, from left to right, Gerardo Prado, Ethan Acevedo, Anthony Fernandez, and from third to first, Rex Smith, Mitsuki Kono, Rowan Putz, and Jackson Michaels, Corey Costello on the mound, Colson Wood behind the plate for the Cannons. First pitch, outside and low for ball 1 on Gian DeCastro. Gian DeCastro missed the past few games, recently committed to Long Beach State. So went on a little trip, exploring his options. He's transferring from Arizona State. I'll check the runner back at first. Jake Henry's back in safely. And I think broadcasters cursed Jake Henry to staying on first base. Haven't seen him move in a second. Let me unjinx us. Jake Henry has never moved off of first a day in his life. That pitch is high. So 2 balls, no strikes on DeCastro.
This would be the spot to see him moving. 2 outs. Would love to see a runner getting scoring position for Castro here.
2-0 pitch. Called strike. It looked a little high, but framed well by Wood. Or at least framed good enough for the umpire. Jake Henry with a decent lead, and he's going to make his way over to second. I told you it'd work.
It did work, wow. I was suspicious, to say the least.
Is that a wild pitch? That's what it's going to be called to advance Jake Henry over to second. Telling you, after 4.5 years of doing this, I've got the curse down pat.
Castro now with a great chance to pick up an RBI.
3-1 pitch from Costello is inside. Not going to get an RBI, but he'll take a free base. Puts runners on first and second for Mike Dobkowski.
Thank you, Cindy, for commenting. Watching from Texas and following the Cannons catcher, Colson Wood. I hate that you're rooting for the Cannons, but you're welcome. Or not you're welcome, but I'm glad you're here, nevertheless.
You are welcome to be here.
Sorry, yeah, that did not come out right.
Trying to damage control for Mikey.
Right.
0-1 on Mike Dobkowski. And a big swing and a miss. It'll be quickly 0-2 on Mike Dobkowski. It is so interesting seeing Jackson Michaels out beside all of our players, because our players are very average heighted, but they look very tiny next to him. Really puts it into perspective for me. And next pitch to Mike Dobkowski, curveball outside, 1-2. DeCastro's been very productive for the Rebels since he's gotten here. He was an acquisition from Charlottesville a couple of games ago. And that pitch is inside. Mike Dobkowski, another productive guy for Newmarket. A returner from last year, a lot of power in his bat. Trying to see it come alive a little bit this year. Or a little bit more. And by that, I mean I want to see a home run. 2-2 pitch. Swung on a curveball, and he falls at the plate. And Wood gently taps him.
So,
no, it was a little silly.
Where he's got a smile on his face after that one. The Cannons pitcher, very proud of himself, as he should be. That was a nasty pitch.
It was a nasty pitch. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. First pitch to Mitsuki Kono. Outside for a ball. It'll be Mitsuki Kono, Jackson Michaels, and Rowan Putz. I don't know if it's Putz or Putz.
We're gonna go with Putz.
Putz.
Like JJ Putz, famous Diamondbacks reliever, I believe.
Deal. 2-0 pitch, fouled back. It'll be 2-1. Putz.
Ono, in 20 games, stolen 15 bags.
Don't let him get on base. It'll be 3-1 now.
Exactly, and with a 3-ball count. This is exactly who you want to lead off second inning after, a not so enthusiastic first inning.
Big swing and a miss. It'll be a full count on Kono. Oh, just to reminisce for some Purcellville Cannons fans who might be back, Mitsuki Kono hit 4 home runs in rained-out games here last year. That ball hit into shallow right field. Sun messing with Mike Dobkowski, but he has a hold of it. Oh, he didn't have a hold of it.
I thought he came away with it there as well, but the sun did affect him.
It's going to be an E9. I was fairly confident he caught that, but apparently he just missed it. Ended up going back to pick it up. If I was Kono, I would have been fooled. But that'll be an E9 to put Kono on second. As I was mentioning, he hit 4 home runs. The games ended up getting rained out, and none of them counted. I'm pretty sure at least 2 of them didn't count.
That is unfortunate.
It was crazy. 1-0 inside. So go back, look at his stats now. Last year, had 4.
Great job by him there to get the second base on the air. Not just lollygag, and I think that was an automatic out.
I was lollygagging. That one hitting to right field. Son messing with Mike Dobkowski again, but that one's easily over the wall. That is a home run for Jackson Michaels. A 2-run home run. That was so nonchalant. Wouldn't have even known he had hit it if I wasn't watching. I mean, really, he just swung the arm a little bit and extended his arm all the way out to right field. It was a hard hit ball and looked like nothing for him.
When you're a power hitter of his size, all you got to do is let the pitcher supply the power. Just make sure you get a barrel on it. That's exactly what he did. That was an absolute moonshot of a home run. Only one of those runs is going to be earned to Porter, as the play before was a reach on air.
Here's Rowan Putz. Rebels down early now, 2-0, still with no outs. That ball is chopped foul. Ridge Fuller joking around out there. I believe that's Ridge. Not sure where Brett is right now. Whole Fuller family. Run the Purcellville Cannons organization. That ball's going to be hit in the left field. Drop down for a base hit. In front of Jake Henry Williams. That'll be a single for Putz. And here's Colson Wood.
So after a good first inning from Porter, going to have to bounce back to settle down here in the second. Wondering how long his leash is or how long Coach Shepard expects him to go. As we mentioned, he's pitched 4 innings in relief before, but mainly a relief pitcher.
Not seeing anybody warming up in the bullpen. Runner goes. And that's going to be an easy stolen base for Rowan Putz. And it'll be a ball on Colson Wood. So 1-0 count. Wood bunts right back to Porter. Throwover's good. It's going to advance the runner, though. It'll be a 1-3 putout for out number 1. Moves Putz over to third. Here's the number 9 batter, Rex Smith.
And I'm not just saying this because Wood's family is watching, but that was an impressive bunt. That's not an easy pitch to bunt high like that. He did a good job of getting it on the ground. Now the Cannons have a runner on third base with less than 2 outs.
That pitch outside, 1-0.
Dangerous situation for Porter here.
Trying to limit the damage as much as possible. Little half swing. Umpire's gonna say he went 1-1.
Infield is in, so anything on the ground. I assume the Rebels are going to try to get the out at home.
1 out, 1 runner on, 1-1 count. Will be outside for 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 1 pitch way outside. So Porter falling behind here. Not exactly what you want with the Rebels if you're looking at Ethan Acevedo on deck. As I mentioned in his first at-bat,
But you know what?
MLB League hits leader. It's been a long day, guys. It'll be a full count now on Smith. This will be a big out here for Colin Porter if he can successfully do it. Full count pitch, hit up the middle, diving try by Brennan Peterson. That'll just be an RBI single. Went right past Porter, right past Peterson, and right past Newcomer. Really a tough play to make if you're any of them. That'll be an RBI single for Rex Smith.
Unfortunate break for the Rebels there. I think if that ground ball deflected off of Porter in any way, defense would have been able to make a play. Fortunately, I think it completely missed him.
It did, yeah.
Smith is going to get an RBI single there.
That pitch is outside on Ethan Acevedo. And I love the pink. I don't know if you guys. And that pitch is hit in the right field. And advance on the throw over to third. That's going to be a single with an advance on the throw. Throw made over to third base to try and get the lead runner. So runners on second and third with just 1 out.
Since that line drive went right past Smith at first base, he was able to get a good jump and go first and third. Also a good job by Acevedo to get the second base on that throw. Thought Castro had a chance to get that play at second base. But unfortunately, Porter still finding himself in the jam. 2 runners in scoring position.
Breaking ball outside, 1-0.
Fernandez leads the Cannons with 18 RBIs.
That ball is popped foul. Not exactly sure where that went. Did it hit the press box?
Hannah, I have no idea. I went into our wide shot. I thought it could have very well been in play.
Okay, Sun's doing a lot. That ball gets away from Elian Olmos. And a wild pitch is going to score another run here, Rex Smith.
I think that might be a pass ball. Hit almost his glove.
Oh, okay.
It's really one you would like to see him come away with, especially with a runner on third base.
Everybody tells me pass balls never happen, and then they do.
That was only Andrew.
That pitch is high. It'll be 2-1 on Anthony Fernandez. And Cannons have a 4-0 lead now. Next pitch inside, and that was actually going to be ball 4. because that pass ball was a ball. So runners on first and third, and looks like we might have a pitching change. We'll let you know as soon as we know. So actually, Colin Porter's going to stay out. Thomas Marsala up at the plate and a strike. I just assumed that it was a pitching change because head coach Charlie Shepard went out to talk to Porter instead of pitching coach. Oh, actually, pitching coach Morgan Saylor isn't here tonight. Or at least we're not seeing him. And that ball gets away from the catcher, too. Another run's going to come in. That one's going to be a wild pitch. It's going to score Ethan Acevedo. Move Anthony Fernandez over to second. And it is a 5-0 lead now for the Cannons.
And I hate to be the bearer of bad news or the Nancy of negativity, but the only out the Rebels have this inning is via a sac bunt.
Crickets in the booth, Mikey. Crickets. It'll be 1-2 now on Thomas Marsala. And look at this. Not a strikeout. Get it? Because the curse. Watch. And next pitch is going to be hit foul. Out of play. Porter ahead on this.
I think we're giving the broadcaster jinx a little too much power. Probably my fault.
It runs my life, I think. I feel like we've been on air a lot recently. This is the last one for a second. And that one's fouled right back. Gerardo Prado on deck. Assuming there isn't a weird double play in this moment, which there could be, but assuming not since the runner's on second. The Cannons will bat around this inning. And that one will be hit out into center field. Logan Kelly is going back, and he drops it. And that's going to be...
Going to be a long sac fly.
Oh, was it a sack? Did they say Kelly dropped it on
On the transfer, yep.
Okay.
Great play by Logan Kelly. That's the second ball already today he's tracked down that you weren't sure he would have a real chance to really get to. And then he tried to make a spinning throw, and he did drop that one on the transfer.
I was a little misled by Marsala continuing to run over to second, but...
Great base running by Fernandez, who did
Yeah.
start on second base.
And did tag up. It'll be 1-0 on Gerardo Prado. And base is empty right now. Also some neon stuff for Prado. Batting gloves are bright blue. That ball hit out just past Peterson's glove. Not much he can do there. That'll be a single for Prado. And the scorebooks are ruined. Mitsuki Kono, who led off this inning, will be batting here again in the second. He led off this inning reaching on an error.
Shortstop number 2. Oh, no.
Rebels down 6-0, only 5 hits for the Cannons. Not only, well, yeah, OPS only. It's not a lot of hits for 6 runs, but a lot of hits for the second inning.
Exactly.
First pitch of ball on Kono.
And they've been having good at-bats all around. Some of their hits are really hard hits. Some of their outs are also hard hit. So you really want to see Porter lock down this inning and this hitter, or else it might be nearing the end for him.
It'll be 2-0 on Kono. Yeah, cannot complain if you're a Cannons fan right now. Take whatever you can get. Even these long outs, they're making contact. And that pitch just misses. It'll be 3-0 on Mitsuki Kono. That one looked pretty nice to me, but a little outside. Porter not getting that call. And 3-0 pitch will miss outside. Kono will make his way down to first. Looked like Gerardo Prado was a little confused there. What was going on? And now we're going to have a pitching change. We'll let you know who's coming in. Jackson Michaels up the plate had the 2-run home run to give the Cannons a 2-0 lead earlier this inning, believe it or not. Oh, we have a new pitcher in as well, called strike.
It will be Bryce Pax, new addition to the Rebels pitching staff. Southpaw from Eastern Florida State College.
Seen in right field earlier, curveball in the dirt. Not sure if that's gonna go down as a double steal or a wild pitch.
I believe it will be a double steal. Good jump by both runners. It's hard when you're a relief pitcher and you come into a middle of an inning inheriting runners. It's hard to really keep a good eye on them. But with 2 outs here, Pax, all he has to do is focus on Michaels.
That curveball just missed a little low, almost dropped it more or less. Did a good job corralling it. One pitch. That's that curveball, but it'll be outside to be 2-1.
Pax won in the 3rd inning so far this summer. No runs allowed. He's also a two-way player. Been in the lineup for a game. Went 1 for 3 that game.
Fastball low. So a 3-1 count on Jackson Michaels.
And a good job by almost there to square up that pitch. Short hopped him, and with runner on third base, got to be extra careful.
And that'll be ball 4, bases loaded. And we apologize for our scoreboard still not working. Weirdly enough. I just noticed. We had this problem last game. We'll just have to give score a lot.
We have our wide shot scoreboard working, so that will be a problem I will try to fix and troubleshoot in between innings. So
Mikey's a troubleshooter.
I'm a troublemaker and then a trouble solver, problem solver.
Fastball to Rowan puts a ball.
So Cannon's 6-0 lead so far. All 6 runs coming this inning.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. What is it? You're more likely to score with bases loaded 2 outs than bases loaded no outs?
Really?
I don't know. I thought that was true. Ball gets away from Olmos, and another run will come in. What's that going to be, Greg? A passed ball will score Gerardo Prado. And Mitsuki Kono will head to third. Michaels will head over to second. Cannons are laying it down. No fear. It'll be 2-0 on Rowan puts. Ball's fouled back, almost looking for it, but it'll just land in the grass. Be 2-1. Run rule is 10 runs after 7 innings.
So a lot of time for the score to change. That's what I'm hearing.
I would agree. So informing the public and our press box, that one's fouled back. It'll just be 2-2 on Putz. Putz with a single in the second inning. We're still here in the second. And the wide shot scoreboard is correct and updated. That's beautiful. Keep looking at that one. Curveball. The big breaking ball, but it'll stay high. If Pax can land that, that would be a nice pitch. And he has some zip to his fastball, too. Put's doing a great job staying alive here, fouling that one off.
Pax is inheriting a tough situation, as we've mentioned. He's got good stuff. He's been good on the mound so far this summer. So despite what happens here, still a lot of positive things to look forward to. But the Cannons are really hitting their stride.
Ain't nothing gonna break their stride. And there's a curveball. We'll get Rowan Putz. And bear with us. Well, 7 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. In the top of the second, Purcellville leads 7-0. this helpful? Caleb Newcomer leading off the bottom of the second. That ball's fouled off, 0-1. Sun setting a lot now. No sun is being an issue for the right fielders anymore. And that ball's way wild. Just slipped out of Costello's hand.
That one just a bit outside.
Ooh, Mikey, I like it.
Shout out to Bob Euchre, if anyone knows that name.
Bob Euchre.
Late Milwaukee Brewers broadcaster.
Rest in peace.
Unfortunately passed away this January. My family and I were talking about him today.
It's a
Legend.
family affair. And that pitch is inside. So a 2-1 count. Caleb Newcomer, Brennan Peterson, and Dan Likas will bat here in the bottom of the second. That pitch inside. Fastball, 3-1.
Costello wanted that one on the mound. Kind of had his hands to the side a little bit.
And that'll be a called strike. Newcomer throws his bat. But it'll be a full count on Caleb Newcomer.
Can't really blame
Yeah, me
Newcomer
neither.
for thinking that was a ball in ball 4.
A long pause by the umpire and a little bit high.
And kind of the same pitch previously, but as you alluded to, a little high, but it was just as inside.
And that ball will be chopped over to third base. Rex Smith misplays it, drops it a little bit. It'll be an E5. Maybe not an E5. Greg is debating.
It is one of those in-betweeners where it was a slow roller, and with Newcomer's speed, the debate is whether Newcomer would have beat that one out or not, even if the third baseman for the Cannons, Rex Smith, came up with that one cleanly. I think
He's going to get a single. Sorry, Mike, I interrupted you. It's 1-0 on Brennan Peterson, by the way.
we were both just very excited to break the news. Single for
single.
Caleb Newcomer.
There goes the no-hitter.
Yeah.
That pitch in there for a strike. Nice breaking ball there by Corey Costello. It'll be 1-1 on Brennan Peterson.
Rebels had 2 walks in the first inning from Williams and Castro.
1-1 pitch, no outs. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Peterson way ahead of it. Ooh, I just had a great idea that I'll save for the next batter.
I'm interested, to say the least.
And that ball is going to be hit out in a shallow center field. Drop a diving catch made by Ethan Acevedo.
That's the only one I got.
That was crazy. Catch of the year. Well, probably not the year. That was a great catch, though. Dan Likas and his walk-up song. We've been discussing walk-up songs.
From the University
They
of
not
Rhode
like us.
Island.
They not like. I feel like that would be good content.
You might find that one a little too corny, unfortunately.
Oh, come on.
Set up a broom.
That pitch in the dirt. If you're Dan Likas' family, just know, tell him to send in a walk-up song, or he's gonna get They Not Like Us. Oh, he has one. Never mind. We'll figure it out one day. 1-0 pitch to Likas is high. 2-0. and Mikey will troubleshoot the scoreboard next go around. He got distracted. We actually both do live lives outside of being broadcasters.
Well, it was quite the score booking inning last inning,
Yeah.
unfortunately for the Rebels.
Gotta sort everything out and get it together.
That's what we're here
A
for.
2-1 count. On Lycus, Elian almost on deck. Big curveball misses outside. 3-1.
Really good take from Lycus there. New arrival for the Rebels. See him mostly as a catcher, but today he'll be at first base. Looks comfortable at the plate.
Lane Waltemeyer with the night off. And they're going to catch newcomer up in a pickle. And Michael's chasing him down. I feel like I keep making jokes about Michael's height, but... Oop. And that, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I'm just going to write pickle in my scorebook. And out number 2.
For our scorekeepers, technically, it is a caught stealing.
Oh, really? I guess it's a caught stealing 1, 3, 4.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever fielder touched the ball at what time, but all the credit should go to the pitcher.
Swing and a miss, so a full count on Lycus. And 2 outs now. I don't think I've pieced that together in my years doing this, that was a caught stealing. The more you know, hanging out with scorekeepers and a swing and a miss. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base in the bottom of the second. Purcellville leads 7-0.
Apologies to our viewers on our YouTube live stream. With this camera angle, the scoreboard will remain in its default position like it is now. So I'll try to switch to the field view.
Here's
That's
Colson Wood that pops it up over by third base. And it is just going to land foul. Sorry, Mikey. Wasn't sure where that was going to go, but I saw Castro running towards it. Continue.
You are all good. That one just got out of play. Like I was saying, I'll try to switch this wide shot as often as possible to give you guys the updates on the score. But for our Rebels fans, might be good to not see it, at least for now.
Mikey wanted to take accountability for his lack of fixing. So I let him take it himself. 1-1.
Trust me, viewers, I'm more frustrated than anybody.
And that ball's hit in the air. You can't have anything good. First baseman calling for it. It's going to be Lycus with the pop fly and foul territory. A little what I like to call a PF1. I don't know what it actually is. Oh, a PF3, sorry.
You have 3?
Pop fly, foul, first base.
Oh, I see.
Not sure what it's actually called, but first pitch to Rex Smith. A 1. It's Bryce Paxback out there for the third inning. Came in and inherited a weird situation. A 1 pitch. There's that curveball. Looks so nice. 0-2.
You foreshadowed it last inning. Really left his release a little early last inning when he missed that curveball up, but well located there. Nothing Smith can do about it.
Thank you. 0-2 pitch, and there it is. Hit up right up the middle, though. He got that timed perfectly. It'll be the second hit of the night for Rex Smith. Not much you can do on that. It is a very slow pitch, as our PA announcer was commenting. Very... I'm trying to think of the word for
It's
it.
a great change of speeds, change of pace between the curveball and fastball.
I was thinking a very curvy curveball. I was trying to think, I don't know.
Good old big breaker.
Center of inertia was crazy. Swing and a miss, runner goes, and they're going to call him out. Throw was offline, but Brennan Peterson tapped him.
That was an amazing job by Peterson to meet the throw and let it take himself into the tag. Fortunately, we don't have any great close-ups, so we're just going to have to take his word for it and the umpire's word for it that he did get the tag off.
Sounds good to me. It'll be 0-2.
There's that great curveball again. Like we said, great change of pace. When you see the fastball and then you see that curveball next, it's a completely different pitch.
And there it is again. Ethan Acevedo's going to hit it right over to shortstop Brennan Peterson. Brennan Peterson, the hero of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no runners left on base in the top of the third. Here's Elian Olmos, number 9 batter for the Rebels. Facing Corey Costello still. Fastball in there for a strike. Would have zipped past me. And next pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. Brett comes in to save the day as I realize nobody's running scoreboard. You know,
Almost is facing an uphill battle with an 0-2 count. Would love to see him get on base here for Williams.
and that fastball, that has got to be a fastball, right? Oh,
Definitely.
super speedy. Gets away from the catcher. No harm, no foul. There was no harm, nor a foul.
That was a good one. I like that one, Hannah.
Thank you. And I'm going to use it forever. Once again, no harm, no foul, except it's probably harming Colson Wood at this point. That cannot feel pleasant catch, especially have it like graze off your glove. Wood
Think it-
family, you have to ask him. How does it feel catching the curveballs of Corey Costello?
Fastballs, you mean?
Oh, the fastballs, yeah. Y'all knew what I meant. There's the curveball. Gets Elian almost swinging for out number 1.
A curveball and another nasty one at that. The confidence he has to throw at the right-handed batters. We saw that curveball get Mike Dubkowski striking out to end the first inning. Saw it there again. When you have confidence to throw it low and inside, which is usually a power spot for hitters, you can just be even more successful. The hitters aren't expecting it there.
True, so 1 out, nobody on base. Leadoff batter, called strike on Jake Henry Williams. A 1 pitch outside for a ball. Logan Kelly on deck. And that ball's hit hard down left field, just foul.
Hard to see with our blind spot in left field, but looks like it would have been a home run if it was fair.
Sounded like a home run to me.
Jake Henry Williams also has a great two-strike approach. So look for him to make a difference, even with a disadvantaged count here.
1-2 pitch, curveball, just misses outside. I feel like we're seeing a lot of curveballs tonight.
Well, when these two lefty pitchers have the big breaking balls that they have, you gotta throw it often.
Oh yeah,
Probably their best pitch.
mess everybody up. There's his fastball in for a called strike 3. That was nasty. It was right down the middle.
Sarasota from Colorado State University. Dean Logan.
Hold it. Here's Logan Kelly. Two outs, nobody on. Big swing and a miss. Rising fastball. Let me tell ya, as a Rebels fan and broadcaster, I'm liking watching Costello pitch. Kind of a fun guy.
I think he's gonna go with the curveball here.
No, fastball hit over to the first base. Jackson Michaels, 3 unassisted. And 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Costello. And the Cannons.
No hits, no errors. Coming up on base.
First pitch. Missed for a ball. It'll be 2-0.
His breaking ball has so much depth to it. I think when it crossed the plate, it was a little high.
Yeah, and that one's going to be hit out into center, drop down for a base hit. I was going to say, that curveball worked for Pax until they time it up.
They got a knock on it last inning, but it was kind of a weak ground ball up the middle. Good fastball there, but even that hit wasn't the greatest contact in the world for Purcellville. I think Pax does a good job of tunneling that high fastball with that big breaking ball. Just unfortunate that that first curveball missed high.
That one's fouled directly back, 0-1 on Thomas Marsala. Purcellville still with a 7-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Fastball outside, 2-0, or 1-1, excuse me. And there will be fireworks in Newmarket tonight, if anybody was curious. And that throw a little high. Thankfully, Dan Likas is able to corral it.
Even though Likas is a catcher at heart, very athletic. I wouldn't be surprised with the Rebels having 4 catchers on the roster. You see Likas get consistent time at first base.
One and 2 on Thomas Marsala. And that ball is going to be hit right out to Likas. It's going to be a 3-6 fielder's choice. To get Anthony Fernandez out. For out number 1, Prado's going to make his way over to first on the fielder's choice. And here's Mitsuki Kono.
You can see,
Or excuse me, that was Marsala. Prado's coming up now.
you can see newcomer working his way back into position. He tried to get over the first base to cover, since like I said, to field that ball and throw it to second. It's just a little late.
That pitch a ball, 1-0.
Great stop by almost there behind the backstop.
And that's going to be a called strike, 1-1.
Prado 1 for 2 so far. But in the first inning, his first plate appearance, had that line out to center field that Logan Kelly tracked down.
I pitch, 2 balls, 1 strike on Gerardo Prado.
So needless to say, he's probably seeing it pretty well tonight. Love another ground ball here for another double play possibility.
Swing and a miss. Count will even up, 2-2. Runner goes, huge jump, and that ball is going to be hit foul. Definitely would have been a stolen base for Thomas Marsala had Gerardo Prado not had a piece of it.
Said great jump on first base, but great job by Prado to really sit on that curveball from Pax. He was on it, just so inside. All he could do was really drive it out to left, too far left.
And a swing and a miss. Loud explicive yelled by Gerardo Prado.
And that's what we've been talking about with these left-handers and their repertoire, having high fastballs and big breaking curveballs. Had that big breaking curveball and that 2-2 count that it looked like Prado timed up really well. So then he went to the high fastball. And that change of speeds is going to make that fastball look a lot faster than it actually is.
Here's Kono. If you're watching, and if you feel like commenting, soft hit over to Castro, bare hand, everybody's going to be safe. It's going to be a single for Mitsuki Kono. Runners on first and second.
Castro, no chance on that one. The idea of the bunt from Kono. He's a speedster in this lineup. Talked about his stolen bases earlier. That speed is just as valuable with the ball in play on the ground. Castro had no chance.
Breaking ball stays high, 1-0. Purcellville has runners on first and second. A curveball just stays inside. Didn't want to land that time. Two, one. Big swing and a miss. It'll be 2-2. Little errors up in the booth. Getting some giggles out of the crowd. You gotta count your blessings. And Mikey's mistakes. Big breaking ball high on Jack and Michaels.
I think any mistake in the booth from now on is just going to be pulling a Mikey. After the scoreboard issue, I forgot a letter, a certain someone's name.
Definitely isn't Jackson Michaels' name. That ball spout off to the right. It'll be a full count. To be fair, at least we've been saying it right the whole time. Mikey also
Luckily.
can't spell Brooklyn, New York.
Can't or won't. Maybe
It's an active choice.
maybe I've got something against Brooklyn.
And that ball's hit hard out into right field, and they're going back at the wall. Long F8. Logan Kelly has it. No runs. 2 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. At the top of the fourth, we'll go into the bottom of the fourth. Cannons lead 7-0. Matt Murphy up to the plate for Newmarket. Decided to switch it up. Newmarket, not the Rebels. Not anymore. Big swing and a miss. 4 strike 1.
Apologies again for the scoreboard. It is not 0-0. It is 7-0.
Oh, and the switch to the screen was great content. Oh, I can't remember if I asked. And I'm not sure what that pitch was. Oh, 2 on Matt Murphy. And that breaking ball's inside. I was going to ask everybody's opinions on the pinstripes.
I like him.
They're a controversial outfit. I've heard many broadcasters through the years call them pajamas. But I personally think they look dapper.
I think they're unique enough, especially with the burgundy red. It looks good.
1-2 fouled off. And the numbers are legible.
Newmarket's rocking her classic home navy blue jerseys.
Very sleek. It's 2-2 on Matt Murphy. Matt Murphy staying alive here. David digs it.
Murphy, great contact hitter for the Rebels and in this league, really. Batting .325 so far this summer.
David, I think I dig it too. I think people are a little too mean when they say the pajama comment. Now, if they were like not tight pants, yeah, I could see the vision. Or if we were in winter, I could see the vision, but I don't see the Purcellville Cannons play on the road in winter. The full count on Matt Murphy. Payoff pitch from Costello, fouled off to the right. Great at bat here by Murphy. No matter what the outcome is, can't be mad at him. Fouled off like, couldn't tell you how many balls, at least 3.
Costello has 5 strikeouts so far in 3 innings. But Murphy doing a good job of staying disciplined.
Pitch count of 57 right now for Costello. And fastball. Drop strike 3. A2, 3. Make that 6. And 3 1/3. Not that that was a huge difference.
Murphy is a good contact hitter, and that batting average proves it. But in 23 games, he does have 20 strikeouts. So very susceptible to chase, as I've seen, especially with, in a 3-2 count like that. We've talked about how full counts can be an often situation where hitters tend to chase.
Here's Gian to Castro. Cold strike on Castro, 0-1. Yeah, interesting enough. Matthew Murphy tied for 3rd place in the Valley League with hits, which is interesting because he is not a power hitter. He's a very small ball kind of guy. That pitch is outside, it'll be 1-1. So very sneaks up on ya. I would never. If you asked me who on the Rebels is 3rd in the league with hits, I would never have guessed Matt Murphy.
Definitely be overlooked when you got bigger hitters like Gian DeCastro and Mike Dubkowski.
But justice for the guys who get on base.
Exactly, and he has been
1 and 2.
Consistent bat that Coach Shepard can pencil in every day, whether it's playing first base or DHing.
Just 1 game short of playing every game. Or of playing the most games on the team. Mike Dubkowski leads. That one framed well by Wood, but misses 2-2.
Costello, again, very adamant on the mound with his body language, not getting that call. Umpire has been, I don't want to say inconsistent, but he's had a lot of close calls he's had to deal with on the ins and outsides of the zone.
Ball fouled off to the right. 2-2 pitch. Just misses outside. By the umpire's body language, I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to call that.
Just missed low and outside, but Corey has been great with his execution and location of that fastball.
And that'll be a called strike 3. Gian DeCastro and the Rebels fans are not at all happy with that.
I don't think it was a curveball. It looked like a sharp slider that was working off of that low and outside fastball from the previous pitch. It's really hard to call a breaking pitch like that for strike 3, especially when it's a left-handed pitcher on the mound to a left-handed hitter, and when you didn't call the pitches before that may have been in the same location. Like that pitch looked just in the same location in terms of horizontally ins and outside of the zone as the one he run Castro up on.
Because they have to keep you on your toes, Mikey. If it were predictable, it wouldn't be fun.
Very true.
2 balls, no strikes.
The Rebels fans got very chirpy after that strikeout, but with Costello's body language on the mound, I think this umpire has some thick skin, especially after the consistent bad body language. Costello continues to get some calls.
And that's a dream. 2-1 on Mike Dobkowski. A girl could only hope to have as thick skin as this umpire. He said he's unfazed, personally told us that he's unfazed by the fans, by the pitcher's body language, and by the batter's body language. That'll be 3 balls, 1 strike.
Well, both Costello and Pax, who's now in for the Rebels, we'll see if he's in next inning, but both great southpaws who have looked very good. They've been making it hard for the umpire. Well-executed pitches in terms of location.
And fastball in there for strike 2.
But when you're down 7-0, at some point when you're the Rebels, you got to take it out of the umpire's hands. Put it in your own hands. 3-1 fastball right there. I think that was a good opportunity for Dobkowski to let loose and get off a good hack.
And a called strike 3. Dobkowski thought it was going to be a ball. Costello strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Rowan Putz hits one gently into center field. And diving catch made by Logan Kelly. Give that man a raise out there. We've seen some flashing gloves out in center field today.
And he is going to stay down a little longer than expected. I think he's okay. Just looked like a hard landing for Logan Kelly.
Imagine a belly flop, but in the dirt.
Exactly.
Well, grass, I guess.
Like you said, though, the outfield defense on full display today. A couple of great plays by both sides.
Catcher number 9.
Quick F8. Here's Colson Wood.
Pax is out there on the mound. Start the top of the 5th.
And that pitch inside. Not sure why it says we're in the bottom of the 2nd. We're having all kind of issues with the scoreboard, and that one's hit out into center field. Logan Kelly and Mike Dubkowski out to get it. Logan Kelly has a hold of it for another F8. Seriously, somebody buy this guy a burrito tonight or something.
A handful of hard hit balls to center field that Kelly has just been a great job of tracking down.
And here's the number 9 batter, Rex Smith. Still Bryce Pax on the mound, by the way. Bunts. Taps the bat. It's going to be a strike. 0-1 on Rex Smith. He's 2 for 2 tonight with 2 singles. Andrew Lynch warming up. 0-1. Curveball outside. 1-1.
It's a great take by Rex Smith. That curveball was a strike for a long time and broke out of the zone last second.
There it is. Ooh, nice pitch. 1-2.
That's another pitch that may have been a ball off the plate. But nice to see the umpire calling it both ways. Great location from Pax. Now Smith in the hole.
Can't complain if they're consistent. 1-2. Under almost his legs. It'll be 2-2. High fastball. Full count. Not sure why I'm slurring my words. Need to be a little more affirmative. My statements. It is a full count on Rex Smith, and he laces that one into right field, drops down for a base hit, and it's going to roll into the corner almost. Mike Dobkowski dribbles it, and they're gonna. Oh, and Smith falls. He's scrambling back to the base, and he's hurt.
But that is a great sign. Him getting back up. Still looks like he's in a lot of pain, unfortunately.
Gonna be a.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're gonna talk about it, but it'll be a third out.
Sponsored by TNT Service.
Caleb Newcomer up to bat. First pitch in the dirt from Costello, who's still out there, and we do have a defensive substitution for Rex Smith that we hope is okay. It did end up getting scored a double and a 9-6 putout. So he does get credited with that hit, and he presumably ends his night 3 for 3. Hoping he's okay out there. And it'll be 1-1 now on Caleb Newcomer. Corey Costello back out. And that pitch is high. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Newcomer still in possession of the only Rebels hit so far tonight. Costello has been on point.
Only 1 hit allowed so far tonight. My bad, I just got attacked by a moth. 2-2 pitch to Caleb Newcomer is a cold strike 3. Do you keep up with the Valley Baseball League Facebook?
I do not.
Oh. You're not on Facebook like that?
I do not have a Facebook account. I'm sorry.
At all?
Now
Okay.
from the shortstop from
I don't have a
Prison
Facebook account,
University.
neither do I have an X account.
9 strikeouts for Corey Costello. But they do a little shameless Valley Baseball League plug here. They do Ace of the Night, and they do like 4 pitchers who just slayed the day away. And I think Corey Costello is going to easily get that tonight. At least one of them.
Absolutely.
Oh, one on Brennan Peterson.
He keeps going back to the well with that curveball. The fact that he can get hitters to chase low and inside and low and outside to lefty hitters, but also get first pitch strikes with it like there,
Yeah.
very impressive. Both Costello and Pax, as we've mentioned a couple times so far, have great curveballs. Costello's is a little bit sharper.
Ball fouled off, kind of a defensive thing for Brennan Peterson. One, two. I don't know why I just sang that. One-two pitch outside. It'll be 2-2.
Costello's body language, I think he's more hard on himself than anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very disappointed after poor execution on that 1-2 pitch. Got a feeling he'll bounce back here, though. This
Yeah,
is
I
a 2-2
have a
count.
feeling he's being a little experimental. And that ball's hit into right field. Everybody's kind of weirdly going to it, but Rowan Putz ends up getting it in shallow right field for the P4.
Unlikely source for that putout.
Yeah.
Covering the first base.
I'm thinking Costello might be
Number 32.
experimenting a little bit with such a large lead. Especially with the amount of fastballs we've seen him lose. He might be trying something a little different. I might be wrong. Maybe he just occasionally struggles a bit, but I mean, he's on it after he throws a bad one. That's all I know. There's that curveball for a strike.
When you have as many strikeouts as he does tonight, that pitch count is going to rise. And control can be the first thing that goes when a pitcher is losing stamina.
Yeah, he is at 82 pitches. I'm assuming this will be his last inning. That one's popped in the air, and you know what? Maybe not. Michaels has it for the P3. All zeros. sorry, I actually didn't. New pitcher in for the Rebels will be Andrew Lynch facing Ethan Acevedo. First pitch hit out into center field. There's Logan Kelly once again. Getting the first out in the top of the sixth.
Great start from Lynch there. One pitch, one out.
Michael, we are in the top of the sixth inning right now, one out. Our live scoreboard isn't updating, so one out here in the top of the sixth. That pitch high on Anthony Fernandez. Seven to 0 lead for the Cannons. Fastball fouled back 1-1. Big curveball there by Andrew Lynch. Misses for a ball, just stays high.
Lynch using the same strategy as our past two pitchers and as Pax for the Rebels. Good breaking ball there, but when it's got that much depth, hard to locate up.
And that ball's hit hard into center field, finds the gap right past.
Just over Pearson at short. Really good job by Fernandez to take that one the other way. Lynch located that one pretty well in the outside corner.
Oh, is Peterson wearing a different jersey tonight?
Really different number.
Yeah, it looks like number 4, unless I might be going crazy. That is probably Peterson at short, though. Whatever. Nonetheless, a single for Anthony Fernandez. Here's Thomas Marsala, 0-1 on a swing and a miss. Guess he forgot his jersey at home or something. That pitch, fastball high, 1-1. Oh, that is a sub, so I was not lying. I just couldn't find him on the roster. It's Cody Cooper.
Right, it's because he's listed under pitchers. We keep forgetting about that. Rebels got a lot of two-way players.
And that ball's going to be hit out into right, drop in front of Mike Dobkowski for a second consecutive single in a row off of Andrew Lynch. Perfect. I was glad. I was like, that's a mystery. Somebody's out there, and he doesn't look like Brendan Peterson. So 2 singles, runners on first and second. It's Anthony Fernandez on second, Thomas Marsala on first.
And it continuously talked about the versatility defensively, also with pitchers and Cody Cooper. Pax, who was pitching for the Rebels past couple innings, also a two-way player, can play the outfield.
One 0 pitch in their first strike, 1-1 on Gerardo Prado. Purcellville with a little bit of action here in the top of the sixth with a 7-0 lead.
The Rebels pitching staff, big thanks to Bryce Pax for this, but has locked down this hot Cannons lineup.
Fastball low and inside, 2-1.
After that 7-run inning in the second inning, it's been all zeros. So still hope for the Rebels to eventually hopefully come back in this one. As we mentioned, the mercy rule is 10 runs after 7.
And that ball's hit out into left. Another single, and they're going to hold up the runner at third. That's Anthony Fernandez who's going to hold up there. Purcellville now with 12 hits. Gerardo Prado on first, Thomas Marcelo on second, and Anthony Fernandez on third for a bases loaded situation. Just one out here for Mitsuki
Shortstop,
Kono.
number 2, Mitsuki Kono.
Look for Lynch to hopefully fill up the zone. Hopefully at the hitter's knees, maybe cause a ground ball for a double play.
And that ball will hit right back to Lynch. And there it is. A 1-3 to get the, or a 1-2 to get the out at home.
3 hits, no errors.
And a 2-3 to get the runner out on first. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. In the top of the 6th, we'll go into the bottom of the 6th. Purcellville leads 7-0.
Basello back out on the mound for Purcellville here in the bottom of the 6th inning. With his high pitch count, thought his day may have ended in the 5th, but he's been so efficient, so successful
Surprise,
today.
surprise. So a 1-1 count on Elian Olmos. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Swing. Singing. Pitch outside, it'll be 2-2. Pitch just misses, it'll be a full count.
Wait.
That's actually so weird. And that'll be a strikeout.
10th strikeout today for Corey on the mound.
Left fielder from Arkansas State University. Number 34.
Continues his very impressive start.
Williams.
10 strikeouts, 2 walks. Those 2 walks only came in the first inning since then.
Still going.
Right.
Take a look at his pitch count. He's at 89 pitches, so this has got to be the last inning, right? But he's not playing. That's a strike.
And that ability to just lay in that curveball for a strike to start on the outer half there, really impressive. Could either go back to it or tunnel it well with a high fastball.
My guess is going to be the high fastball. Fastball down the middle for another strike. So taking his time on this next pitch. There's the high fastball. Gets over the glove of Wood.
And this is where I think you might see the big curveball.
Anybody here like Alice in Chains?
Sorry, I don't follow.
If I would you. Woo! Just missed.
But so
2-2.
definitely wanted that one. I thought it caught the zone. Well, execute curveball there.
Let me guess. You know off of his body language.
I do. 90% of what people say, it's not with their mouth.
And that one just missed. I'm starting to notice a little bit too. And that pitch, fastball, fouled back. Can somebody give me a play-by-play by how hard that was hit? Mm.
Luckily, everybody is okay in that Cannon's dugout after that little hard line drive. Williams is going to give you a tough at-bat, able to work it full here.
And that ball's hit just over the weird hop over the head of third baseman. That's not Rex Smith out there anymore. We had a defensive substitution. It's Quinn Mayer out at third.
Just as you alluded to, Mayer had no chance on that one. That weird hop completely had the ball clear him over his head. So that will go down as a hard base hit for Jake Henry Williams. Just second of the day for the Rebels. And I think that might do it for Costello.
Great outing by him, though.
Absolutely.
Yep, and new pitcher coming in. We'll let you know who it is when they come.
Well, good pitch.
but not say it. Because it's Nick Gravel in the pitch. And Cody Cooper up to bat now. So Cody Cooper went in at shortstop. Peterson must be in center field is what we are guessing, assuming. This is Cody Cooper. It is at least 1-0 count. I missed a pitch. Not sure if it was a strike or a ball.
I believe it's 1-1.
1-1, and Nick Gravel in a pitch for the Cannons, relieving Corey Costello. Pitch inside, 2-1 on Cody Cooper. So not sure why Logan Kelly is out of this game. Quite a night, not necessarily at the plate, but in the field. He might be hurt. And that one's fouled back 2-2.
Right, the speculation could be that when he dove for that ball in the outfield, kind of landing hard on his front side, maybe got the wind knocked out of him or something bruised, unfortunately. As this summer season is a grind. Want to keep the players fresh.
2-2 pitch, high fastball. It'll be a full count now on Cody Cooper.
Nick Gravel, 6 ERA, but short sample size, just 6 innings pitched.
And it's the fireworks show. And a swing and a miss. Cooper goes down swinging for out number 1. Jake Henry Williams over on first.
Got to bring up the designated hitter from Salem Community College, number 6, Matt Murphy.
Matt Murphy coming up to the plate now, looking for some 2-out magic for the Rebels lineup. Pitch misses high, ball 1. Murphy 0 for 2 so far today, but as we mentioned, one of the more consistent, successful batters for this lineup this summer.
Ball
Big.
strike.
Big curveball in there. One count. Another big curveball, but that one doesn't land as low as the previous. Misses high, ball 2. Again, apologies for the scoreboard malfunctions. One problem is really bad, the other not so bad.
Moderately bad. We're in the bottom of the 6th now.
Swing and a miss, strike 2 there, count even now, 2-2. But yes, this close-up angle scoreboard is at the default start of the game. It's wide shot scoreboard. Has everything right except for the innings. Two-two pitch. Curveball fouled off by Murphy. Stays alive. Gravel trying to send the Cannons back up to the plate again. Murphy trying to extend the inning. And Gravel will win this battle. Swing and a miss from Murphy. Rebels come up empty once again in the 6th inning. We are heading to the top of the 7th. Andrew Lynch back out to start for the Rebels.
Leading off the Cannons, first baseman number 9, Jackson Michaels.
Leading off is Jackson Michaels, followed by Purcellville.
Jackson hitting a home run earlier, deep right. As a matter of fact, I feel like that's the first time I have been called elsewhere. But I think that's the first time I've ever seen a home run on the right and deep right this season, at Rebel Park at least.
That one fouled back, strike 2. Yeah, we've had a lot of power hitting right-handed hitters put on a show here at Rebel Park. But the lefty Michaels really put on a show in his first plate appearance. Rebels trying to put up another 0 here. Cannons trying to score 3 runs. That one is fouled off to the right side. Michaels stays alive.
Who's the broadcaster for the Phillies? If you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. I can hear his voice late at night in my head, but I do not know his name. Late at night because the Phillies play Sunday night baseball a lot.
Of course, yeah. That sounds like something that the commentator would say as he fouls directly back.
Why do you ask?
I just think he's hilarious.
He's pretty funny.
Phillies commentator.
I mentioned Bob Uecker earlier.
Oh, yeah,
Brewers broadcaster.
Yeah, that was a great pull.
He is a legend, my favorite of all time. I think my current working favorite broadcaster would have to be Joe Davis.
Joe Davis?
The Dodgers, Fox broadcaster. He's everywhere, but he is good at his craft.
No, because I was reminded of that one time where I forgot his name, but he was like, I got nothing else better to do this game. He just like yelled at a kid that was like right next to him.
I remember that funny clip.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen live.
You know what makes that clip even funnier is because he was so bored was they were facing the Nationals, and the Nats were not doing too great. So it was quite the blowout game.
Man, but when are they?
Ooh, burn.
Don't worry, the Yankees just lost first to the Blue Jays. Yeah, let's go. 6-game losing streak.
Michaels falling behind early, 0-2 in this count, but working his way through it. But
commentator's curse.
Broadcaster's jinx once again. Lynch gets him swinging and missing for out number 1.
Covering up the second baseman, number 32, Rowan Butch.
Just a reminder for everyone, it is still top of the 7th. Score hasn't changed, still 7-0 to the Cannons, just in case if anyone's tuning in.
If you are tuning in late or have stuck with us so far, type in the chat what you're most excited for. Maybe in the Valley League baseball season or just the Major League Baseball season. We've got the Valley League All-Star break coming up, I believe the 13th and 14th of July. I'm looking forward to the MLB All-Star break. Swing and a miss, strike 2. We were bragging about former Rebel alum, well not former alum, but Rebel alum Brendan Donovan making the All-Star game. I think he got snubbed. I don't think he made it. Swing and a miss, another strikeout from Lynch for out number 2. Very efficient here in the 7th inning. Like we said, very efficient for the Rebels pitching staff overall besides that 2nd inning. Yeah, I believe Brendan Donovan was snubbed of the All-Star game, fortunately. Always a fun conversation to talk about All-Star snubs to give maybe some underappreciated players some more shine. Max, you might have to leave the broadcaster position here soon, but before you do, I want to hear an underrated player that you think needs more shine. That one is lined up to middle and a 2-out base
Before I go,
for Wood.
I'm thinking Austin Wells.
I went with the homer pick, as people might forget Max is a Yankee fan. But Austin Wells, I think, is a good pick. He has improved defensively a lot as a catcher. as the Purcellville catcher Wood there collects his first base hit to drive Andrew Lynch out of the game.
They missed the feminine energy on the broadcast.
Well, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer to hear it more as we will take a break. And position player Matt Murphy is going to switch from the DH position and come up to the mound. So we'll be back soon after this.
Honestly real.
That one's lifted out the right field, and Dubkowski's going to chase it down for out number 3. So the outfield defense staying in their locked in positions, allowing nothing to get down. No fly zone out there. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hopefully the Rebels can chip away at this lead. DeCastro leading things off for the Rebels here in the bottom of the 7th.
David, you have to come visit us when you come into town again. One of us is bound to be here, right?
First pitch curveball for a strike. Rebels are on the road facing the Harrisonburg Turfs. Turfs, right? Turfs tomorrow. And then are home against the same Harrisonburg team on Monday.
This is still Nick Gravel pitching.
Only the 3rd time through this Rebels lineup for the Cannons pitching staff. Castro 0 for 1 today with a walk. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
The combination of Corey Costello and Nick Gravel, they have been shutting the Rebels down tonight. Costello only allowing 2 hits.
That one misses just outside. Ball 2. You've seen that pitch get called a couple times. I think Castro is in a 2-strike approach here, and he'll foul that one back. Stay alive. Two pitch to Castro.
Taking his time on this next pitch.
Finally gets rid of it, but it'll miss up and away.
I wonder on a scale of 1 to 10 how distracting the fireworks are right now.
I wonder if our broadcast picks it up at all. In case our viewers don't hear it, there are fireworks
Let's
being
reenact
rattled
it.
off. That one popped to short. And
Mitsuki
Kono will come down with it for out number 1.
I think it's a pretty accurate representation of what we're hearing right now.
Now we'll bring up the right fielder from
I do
Enterprise.
believe
Junior college.
it is an unwritten rule when a holiday takes place on a Friday, you're allowed to celebrate that holiday for the entirety of the weekend. Maybe that's just one of my own house rules.
Yeah. Mike Dobkowski at the plate now. David says he can hear them a little. They're exciting. You bet they're gorgeous. Oh, 1-0 curveball.
Just a little bit outside.
Gravel couldn't locate that one. Didn't get it down.
Rebels looking for some of their own fireworks at the plate. Still only 2 hits recorded to this point. Dobkowski now batting from the left side. If he can show off some of his power easier here. Swings and misses at that high fastball. Those are the hacks you want to see Dobkowski taking. 2-0, advantage count, gets a fastball. Just to see him let him rip.
David, I'd have to agree with you. My birthday is also celebrated all month long.
Well executed fastball on the outside half, 2-2.
And I must say, like, you just have to come up to meet us. Because we just have to meet the mastermind behind the genius comments that have us giggling in between innings.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Dobkowski goes down swinging.
That's
Third
all I'm
strikeout
saying.
of the day for him. David has certainly raised the standard for our YouTube comment section.
And I don't know if it'll ever be topped.
On the plate is the second baseman from
He says he'll try, Mikey.
University.
The
Number 11,
celebration.
Caleb Newcomer.
We're looking forward to it.
Here's Caleb Newcomer, 1 for 2 tonight with a single.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Birthday festivities are at minimum a week. At absolute minimum. 0-2. Nick Gravel is flying these past Newcomer.
Very efficient, attacking the zone. 0-2 pitch. Newcomer fouls that one back. He'll buy himself another one.
Well, David, we'll have to put you on a leash, tie you to one of the foul poles, and we'll let you watch the game from there. No chirping allowed.
That curveball misses above Newcomer's head. Now even 2-2. David referring to one of our previous home games where the opposing coach was ejected. That's the only ejection we've seen so far this summer, however.
So pretty good odds. I mean, we've seen Mike Bocock get real mouthy with some umpires this season. So, and he's been fine. So I think you could make it, David.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch coming to Newcomer. That one, paint on the outside corner. Catches Newcomer looking backwards, K. Now end things for the Rebels here in the bottom of the 7th, heading into the 8th. First pitch misses low and kicked away, so Murphy will grab it himself and get a new ball. Matt Murphy continuing to try and put up zeros for the Rebels on the mound. Two-way player, as we mentioned. He was in the lineup as a DH, switched to fill in on the mound.
Honestly, kind of throwing heat. Somebody get the radar gun on this guy. And by this guy, I mean Matt Murphy. We know him well.
Only 3 innings pitched so far this summer, but been pretty efficient, pretty reliable. His last appearance was on June 22nd against Charlottesville. It's just scoreless 1 in the 3rd.
And new balls coming into the game. You know, no matter how you feel about an umpire moment, it's so cute when they get the balls from the bat boy. I'm like, that can turn a bad umpire into a great umpire just by me looking at him. He could miss every call, and I'd see him play with a bat boy, and I'd be like, that's adorable. 4-pitch walk to Ethan Acevedo. And a pinch hitter now. Number 7.
Pinch hitting number 7.
Edom Akata.
He's coming in place of Anthony Fernandez.
Runner goes. No chance for even a throw from Olmos. The Cannons will have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. One 0 pitch. This is low. Ball 2. 6 straight balls from Matt Murphy. Really looking to find the zone here.
As a guy who isn't normally a two-way player, I can't be mad at him.
Lands that one for a strike. Good bounce back pitch.
He heard you, Mikey. It's actually pretty loud in the ballpark for this time of night. I feel like most of the time it's fizzled out by now, but
That 2-1 pitch misses. 3-1 count now. A decent crowd. Decent Cannons road crowd. Considering how long of a drive it is for them. That one bounced right to Murphy. He's going to check the lead runner, throw back, and they got him in a pickle. Chasing him to third base. Castro's going to tag him out. They're saying he missed the... No, they are saying he got the tag. Castro was looking for help from the umpire at second base. It was the umpire at third base that ruled Castro did tag out lead runner Acevedo. So fielder's choice there, and a great heads-up play on the mound from Murphy.
Designated hitter, number 31.
that moment was a little bit of, what's everybody doing on the field right now? Matt Murphy's like, what's Acevedo doing on second? How fast is Akpada making his way to first? Pickoff attempt. They're going to call him safe, but a great tag applied there by Lycus out on first.
First pitch here. This is low. Ball 1. It's Marcella at the plate. In the 3 spot for a reason in this lineup. One of the more productive hitters this summer so far. That 1-0 pitch misses as well. Makes it 2-0. Murphy looking for another ground ball. And that pitch is going to get by almost. Going to go down as a stolen base as the runner had a great jump. So more aggression on the base paths from the Cannons.
Yeah, I don't think there would have ever been a chance to get Akpada out at second. A lot of speed out there.
And I believe they're going to intentionally walk him. Or maybe a pitch violation. Curious as why you would intentionally walk a batter.
I was also maybe to put the double play in position.
It does put the double play as a possibility, but the Rebels are also down 7-0.
Yeah,
Swing and a miss, first pitch to Prado there.
yeah, Marsala only with 1 hit tonight. Been patient at the plate. He has a walk and a sacrifice fly.
Double steal here. Almost can't come up with it cleanly. Will be a successful double steal for the Cannons.
Maybe that's what. Oh, well, I guess that's what the Cannons would have wanted, not what the Rebels would have wanted.
Yeah, putting that runner on base if it was an intentional walk also brings the 10th run to the plate, or potential 10th run.
2-1 count on Gerardo Prado. Mitsuki Kono waiting on deck. So now the double play is out of position.
Big swing and a miss. Evens the count 2-2.
There could be a funky double play. Keep us on our toes.
With how Matt Murphy can fill his position on the mound, I would not be surprised.
The night is still
Great front
young.
door curveball, but isn't going to get the call.
A little bit inside.
Count goes full 3-2. Murphy working from the stretch. The runner's on second and third. Runner on second base has a huge lead. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike three. Prado goes down swinging for the second time tonight.
Absolute gas there by Matt Murphy.
Lit up the radar gun for a clutch strikeout.
From the shortstop, number 2, Itsuki Kono.
Ono now up to the plate, trying to come up big for the Cannons here with two outs.
2 runners in scoring position. It's Okpato on third, Marcelo on second.
Oh, 1 pitch. Just misses Kono for ball 1.
The fireworks show is over. The excitement in the ballpark diminishing.
That pitch misses high, 2-1. Jackson Michaels on deck. Dangerous, powerful left-handed hitter. 2-1 pitch, misses low and outside. 1 count now.
According to our radar gun, Matt Murphy's throwing low 80s.
3-1 pitch. That one will miss outside, ball 4. So
Base is loaded. Sorry, Mikey.
you are all good. You certainly don't want the bases to be loaded for this hitter. Jackson Michaels, luckily for the Rebels,
Number 99.
they only need 1 more out.
Poked one right over the fence in the second inning.
First pitch, swing and a miss.
Swinging for the fences here.
That one misses outside. Almost came out ready to fire, but no one was covering second base. As we mentioned earlier, runner on second base is getting a huge lead, trying to put himself in a good position to score on a base hit.
And
That one misses up and almost is going to fire, but it's going to be wide to the left. One runner is going to score, and both runners are going to advance. So with 2 outs, almost tried to take advantage. But it's going to backfire for the Rebels, and it's going to increase the Cannons' lead to 8-0 here in the top of the 8th.
E2.
I like the idea, especially in this situation and the state that this game is in currently, but almost hasn't had the best accuracy this summer. That one is fouled back.
Okay, 2 outs. I see the vision now. I was in a 1-out mindset, so I do see what he was going for. 8-0 now, Purcellville in the lead.
Another pitch fouled back from Michaels. And considering a base hit here for Michaels, Cannon's up 10-0. With him being a dangerous hitter at the plate, not a bad idea to try to get a sneaky 3rd out on the base paths. Another 2-2 pitch, curveball in there, catches the corner, backwards K for Matt Murphy on another clutch time. Limits the Cannons' run, stays 8-0, and we are heading into the bottom half of the 8th.
From the top of the 8th.
First pitch, swing and a miss from Peterson. He will lead things off for the Rebels here in the bottom of the 8th. Facing Gravel. That one misses. Ball 1. 1-1 count to Peterson. Takes outside, ball 2. If you're Peterson looking to get on any possible way, Rebels only have 2 hits so far.
Bottom of the 8th now. We'll play this full game no matter what.
That one misses up. Ball 3. Advantage count. Pitch. That one will miss high. So Peterson is on base to start this inning. That will bring up Dan Likas.
From the University of Rhode Island, first baseman number 32, Dan Likas.
Likas 0 for 2 so far today. Looking to change that. Again, as we mentioned, newcomer for the Rebels.
Rebels only with 2 hits today.
Good pass from Likas. Fouls it off, strike 1.
Let's give a big round of applause for our bat boy tonight, Hunter Hinkle, working hard for the Rebels.
Likas is a young catcher from University of Rhode Island. Got a clean, powerful swing path. 0-1 pitch. Gonna pop that one straight up, shallow right center. It's gonna touch the infield dirt, and second baseman Rowan will come down with it for out number 1.
I love how personal it gets when you start using their first name. Rowan has it for out number 1. It just feels like I'm on the field. It feels like I'm at the game.
I like to talk to everyone like they're my friend.
Pitcher number 2, Elliot.
Mikey's just a friendly guy.
Here is Elian at the plate. That one just a little high, and Peterson's going to take advantage and advance to second base. It's a wild pitch. Puts a runner in scoring position for almost to have a clear RBI opportunity here with 1 out. 1-0 delivery. In there, strike 1. That pitch misses. Ball 2. Cannon's still up 8-0. 2-1 pitched almost. Misses high once again. Gravel out here again for the Cannons on the mound. Again, short sample size this summer, but this is the longest he has gone in a game so far. 3-1 pitch to almost. Swing and a miss. Big pass from Elian there. Count now full, 3-2.
Michael Gravel, I know you're watching. Or family, I'm assuming you're related. Was he not on the Cannons last year as well?
Swing and a miss.
Or
Good
maybe a
pitch by
sibling?
Gravel to get almost chasing for a strikeout and out number 2.
I remember a Gravel playing, but I don't remember. I thought it was a Nick, but that's just coming out for 2025, correct? Might be a glitch in the system. The Valley League website's been a little
little
wonky.
shaky.
Yeah.
Here is Jake Henry Williams. Takes that one high, ball one. Quiet day for the offense, but Jake Henry Williams has been doing his thing. 1 for 2 so far today with a base knock and a walk. 1-0 pitch to him. Takes it low. It's going to get by the catcher. He had a chance to get the runner as it bounced off the backstop right back to him. A little hesitation allows Peterson to get the third base.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Gravel. I was starting to think that I was going crazy, but I'm glad to know that everything was true. I was like, I've seen this guy before. Many times before.
2-0 pitch to Williams. Misses low and outside, ball 3. Mr. Gravel also adding a note that he went to the Cape in the middle of the season. Maybe that explains the lack of information
Yeah.
from prior seasons on the Point Streak website.
I know sometimes, depending on the transaction-wise, sometimes things disappear.
Pitch catches the outside corner, strike 1.
Jake
Full
Henry
Williams.
thought that one was a ball 4, but it's a 3-1 count.
As I'm sure a big percentage of our viewership knows the Cape Cod League, top of his class. Swing and a miss on that high fastball. Count now filled up 3-2.
Yeah, if you know anything about summer baseball, I feel like you know about the Cape.
A lot of major league scouts down there. A lot of elite college players that
Up
get
there.
invitations up there. Sorry. 3-2 pitch. Williams fouls it back. Stays alive.
Geographically challenged.
Jake Henry Williams once again being a tough at bat for this Rebels lineup. Something you love to see from a leadoff hitter. Gravel has had his stuff working tonight. Try to put him away. Won't be able to do it, but it's popped in the infield.
The confidence in Rowan Putz was crazy.
That one was a can of corn for him.
It was, but
No errors. 1 run on base.
I can confidently say I've seen people miss that before. So.
Definitely has happened, but not there as he comes away with out number 3. Rebels fall short once again, remain to see a run from this lineup, and they face an 8-run deficit now heading into the top of the 9th. Back here in the top of the 9th inning, Matt Murphy once again on the mound for the Rebels. It'll be second baseman Putz to lead things off. Same player that just made that third out last half inning. I know Andrew likes to say that those things tend to happen a lot. Player who makes the last out tends to lead off the next inning. It's a funny baseball quirk that seems to happen often. That one is driven out the deep left center, but Williams is going to track it down. So a hard hit ball just right at the center fielder. Not right at him, but didn't have to travel far. And it's a loud out number 1.
Wait, Michael, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to phonetically type that out for me to get it right. Unless Mikey has a good guess. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you tuning in.
First pitch in there, strike 1. Very nice comment. A sweet compliment in it, but
Especially on a bit of a crazy night, as tonight has been. Been a little sillier than normal, I'd say.
that one driven to shortstop. Cooper makes a nice pick and a nice throw to finish off that play.
Oh, yeah.
Out number 2 for the Rebels. Another hard hit out for the Cannons lineup.
And I knew I was butchering it in my soul.
I did not. But now I know.
Third baseman, number 27.
Well, I was thinking, somebody at one point, I don't know if this is what you want me to say, Rabel. Wait, somebody said that at one point, but lots of things get thrown out here pronunciation-wise in the booth, so nothing's ever right, really. Just like Jack and Michaels.
1-1 pitch from Murphy. This is low, ball 2. Two-one pitch. This is low. Advantage count 3-1 now.
You know, Matt Murphy's pitching so well that I keep forgetting that he's not a real pitcher.
He's doing it with some low velocity, but still getting it done.
Ooh.
And that one is lined down the first baseline foul. First base coach had to hit the deck, and he's throwing up his arms, telling his batter to hit it fair.
Is that really what that motion means?
I think it was sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I don't really blame him. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I forgot who.
A loud, close firework just went off and froze everybody on the field.
And froze me as well.
That one was very close, but we're right back to the game. And that 3-2 pitch just misses. So that'll be Maher taking the base as he replaced Rex Smith a bit ago.
Around the center fielder, number 8, Acevedo.
Acevedo now up for the Cannons. Murphy and the Rebels defense looking for a one more out. That first pitch has swung on and missed. Trying to get to the Rebels lineup. Trying to give them a chance in the bottom of the 9th inning for a big comeback.
Okay, Michael, I can't call you Mr. anymore. It's Nick and Michael from now on. Until we figure it out. We'll ask Nick one day.
It's good. I like being on a first name basis anyway.
True.
It's like you said, more personal.
Right up Mikey's alley.
Exactly. That one misses up and out. Ball 2.
Ethan Acevedo at the plate.
One delivery from Murphy. Ethan takes it low. Ball 3. Murphy, quick pickoff move to first. To no avail.
That all felt kind of slow motion there. We will. We will.
3-1 pitch. This is outside again. Back-to-back walks from Murphy. So the Cannons extending things here in the top of the 9th inning with 2 outs. Rebels trying to save their arms and have Matt Murphy close this thing out. Well, not close this thing out, but finish the 9th inning on the mound. First pitch in there, strike 1.
Ito Makpata. We also might be butchering that one. This, I would say the Cannons have the most confusing names in the league. I haven't really ran across a team besides Purcellville where I'm like, I need to go up to the coach and ask about every single player.
We had to ask about Jackson Michaels, the big lefty who hit that home run in the 2nd inning.
Guess how it's spelled.
Yeah, Michaels is spelled with 2 E's instead of E-A or A-E.
There's Rowan, R-O-H-A-N. We've already asked about Acevedo.
That 1-2 pitch is lifted deep to center field. Williams keeps traveling back, and he's going to run out of room. That one is gone. So a 2-out, 3-run home run for the Cannons. 2nd home run for the lineup tonight.
That was deep part of the field, 370.
Straightaway centers, no gimme at all.
He got a piece of that one and sent it far. Was Akpata with that home run.
Thought Williams was about to camp under it, but he just kept traveling back and back and back till it was gone.
This is Thomas Marsala up at the plate.
As we mentioned, Fernandez was taken out. That was Edom Akapata, sorry. That one popped up in the infield. Murphy is going to take it himself for out number 3. And the Rebels are now heading into the bottom of the 9th inning with an 11-0 deficit that they'll attempt to come back from.
One hit, no errors. Stop number 4.
William Ricketts will take over the responsibility on the mound for the Cannons. Southpaw sidewinder. Cooper will be the first one to greet him. First pitch, inside, foul ball. Cody Cooper replaced Logan Kelly a couple innings ago. To 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far. 0-1 pitch to Cooper. Inside just missed. Ricketts trying to make things uncomfortable for the hitter. Built the inside corner, which works ever so effectively when you're a side armor. It's like a slider there that will just miss. 2-1 count.
Yeah, Michael, when you get that opportunity, you really have no choice but to take it. So I don't blame him in the slightest. Slay the day away out here. Go play in Cape. I don't know if he slayed out there, but and nonetheless, go play in Cape no matter what you do.
Cooper will ground out 4-3 for the first out of the 9th inning, and Rebels' hope for climbing back into this 11-0 game is dwindling.
Purcellville Community College, number 6, Matt Murphy.
Murphy up now with 1 out.
Our little pitcher in the bat. A 1 count on Matt Murphy. Andrew's back soon, so maybe he'll be able to help our tech woes.
Exactly.
Andrew has the answer to everything, as far as I'm concerned. 0-2.
I'm still a technician in training.
You're close, though. You're better than me.
Just a baseball lover at heart, and one thing I love watching, pitchers hitting. That's what we've got here. Matt Murphy
Oh, yeah.
watches that one outside.
Get rid of the DH forever. Bring back old school ball. See some Madison Bumgarner home runs, some Clayton Kershaw home runs.
Bartolo
Colon!
Yes. Swing and a miss. Murphy goes down swinging for the 3rd time tonight.
Oh, there's a new pitcher in. By the way. Oh, Mikey already said that.
Sorry.
I just caught it.
From Arizona State University, third baseman number 23, Castro.
Rebels down to their last out, Gian DeCastro, the last hope. The Rebels. Outside slider for strike 1. Castro in a really tough matchup. Not only is it lefty versus lefty, but it's sidearm lefty versus lefty. Same slider, he's going to ground out second base, and that will do it for us tonight. Cannons with an emphatic win against the Rebels, 11-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap it up for tonight's game.
Final
Don't forget the Rebels
little
will be back
thing.
here.
Purcellville had 11 runs on 14 hits, no errors. Newmarket, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Thanks for listening in tonight. Good night from Rebel Park.
On the road.
See you at Rebel Park next on Monday
Monday.
against Harrisonburg. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen,